on his Bleacher Report live stream last night, talked about the Chicago Bulls point guard Josh Giddey and how there have been as many as 4 teams that have reached out in regards to the Josh Giddey sign and trade with the Chicago Bulls. One of those teams, and the biggest suitor, being the Golden State Warriors. And he did mention that the other teams were Eastern Conference teams. And so naturally, that has now led to speculation on who those teams could be, what they could be offering. And then if that is the case, why is Josh Giddey not signed an offer sheet yet? And I want to kind of clear up some things. I do think that there are some key differences that some Bulls fans are missing in this talk that I want to kind of bring together, right? And first off, it's that you got to keep in mind, because a team is interested in a sign and trade, it does not necessarily mean that they have the open cap space to sign him to an offer sheet. So that could be different. I think another thing that I've seen communicated is that, well, if these teams are available, why isn't Josh Giddey getting his money? Again, you have to kind of more so be willing to sign a player to a offer sheet for that to increase the team's offer, or thus to get a team more involved. I think there's some fundamental kind of differences in a offer sheet and a sign and trade. A sign and trade, you can create space for that player based off the salary that you send back in the sign and trade. An offer sheet, you have to have the cap space to sign that player to an offer sheet outright. I also think a key difference in this is that while we hear that teams are interested in a sign and trade for Josh Giddey, that does not mean that they are in on Josh Giddey at the $30 million that he's initially seeking. It could just mean that those teams are hearing, hey, the Bulls are trying to get him for only $20 million. Oh, man, we can get a little bit more than that on a sign trade. For example, the Golden State Warriors are about $25 million beneath the first tax apron. So that could be their money that they're willing to give. So, for example, if the Bulls are only offering a 3 or 4 year deal at $20 million, and the Golden State Warriors can come in there and say, well, we can do a sign and trade. We can actually get you $25 million in the first year, and then you can raise off of that. That could be kind of what those conversations are around. So just wanted to first kind of lay the groundwork on the fundamental difference that I think some people are misunderstanding in regards to a team being interested in a sign and trade, and why that team thus has not gone out and made an offer on an offer sheet for Josh Giddey that the Chicago Bulls could match. And that also brings you to the difference of a sign and trade versus an offer sheet for the Bulls side of things. If teams signed an offer sheet to the Bulls, it gives the Bulls an opportunity to match. A sign and trade, because it's agreed to beforehand, would thus mean that you don't have the opportunity to match. Sure, you can go to Josh Giddey and say, well, if that's what they're offering you, we can do that to you. We can give that to you as well, but you don't have the official ability to match that, right? So just those key fundamental differences in this. Now, I want to be clear here. I think we do have to give some credence to this. Could very well be Josh Giddey's agency floating this out there to either increase the value or to speed along this process.